What's up, guys? This is the Awesome Nerd Show, and today we have kind of a new, the same, I don't know what you call it, unboxing. But today we have our very last 1UP box, and then we have our very first Geek Fuel, which is going to be replacing it. So this is the box we choose to replace it with. Had no clue what to go with. All boxes seem, like good contender and stuff, but this seemed like probably the next most popular box and everything. So we're going to go ahead and unbox both of them just in one video together and stuff, since Geek Fuel will be replacing 1UP box. Now for both of these boxes, I don't remember the themes for each of them. I kind of know some of the stuff that's like the themes, or I don't know. I know like the specific stuff kind of that's in it, but not what the theme is. So for 1UP box, which we'll start with first, so it looks like first off we have a pop, and it's a BioShock pop. And this is Booker DeWitt with the Skyhook. Now this is of course from BioShock Infinity. Of course I've never played any of the BioShocks or anything, so I don't really care much about it, but as I said, it's always cool to get pops and everything, especially ones that we don't have, and that's for sure one that we don't. We'll go ahead and do the shirt now. Of course, this is my favorite part of these boxes, and it's sad that this is going to be the last one. But it looks like it's going to be a cool last one, and it is obviously has Jurassic Park on it, and then it's got Daryl and someone else from The Walking Dead, maybe, or no, it looks like Furiosa, I think it is, from the newest Mad Max movie, and it says Jurassic Dead, and so I don't know if it's supposed to be like Jaws as well in that or what, but of course Walking Dead, Jurassic Park and stuff, but it's still really cool having a T-Rex on the shirt and everything, so that's going to be an awesome shirt. We'll of course read the card to see what it says for sure about that. But next up, it looks like we have a key cover, and it is of Daryl's jacket from The Walking Dead, so of course you can just put this on the top of your keys and stuff to make them look a little cooler. So that's cool having Daryl's jacket. Then it looks like we have a keychain of kind of like the Vault Boy or whatever it is from Fallout. So that's a cool, of course, just a little keychain, so nothing really special. Then it looks like we have, I'm assuming to be like a Jack card or something, but it's got a bunch of dinosaurs on it. So it could probably be for like Jurassic or something, but it's a sticker by the feel of it and stuff, so it's really cool. It's got all sorts of different dinosaurs on it and everything, so that is awesome. And the last thing we have, of course, is the pin, and so it's got the new little fox from their buddy things that we saw last month, and it I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's supposed to be from BioShock or what for sure, but he's in a little outfit with a gun and stuff, and of course the theme was survival, so there's that. But he kind of looks like Rick from The Walking Dead too, but I'm not exactly sure what he's dressed up as. So here is, of course, the card with the theme and everything. Then it looks like you could have got one of 4 of the BioShock pops, so there's the 4 options you could have gotten. So then we got the Vault Boy keychain, the Daryl key cover, the Jurassic sticker, and then it says Jurassic Dead t-shirt, or mashup t-shirt, and then doesn't really offer much more information, so that wasn't too bad. Like I said, this is our last one, so of course obviously wasn't super amazing or anything, but that's why we're replacing it. The only thing I like are the shirts out of it, and that's, from this box at least, the only thing I liked about it.
I didn't think the pop was too bad.
Yeah, the pop's not bad. I mean, obviously, if you like BioShock or gaming, that sort of stuff, that would have been a cool addition, but just since neither of us really play BioShock or something, I guess it's kind of pointless. But like I said, it's always nice to have the pops that we don't have, which that is one. So now we'll move on to the Geek Fuel, and now this one, like I said, don't know what the theme is at all. So it's going to be surprising. It looks like we have a bonus gift in here. Now I'm not sure if this is the item. So if you ordered a year subscription, you got a bonus gift. So I'm not sure if that's this one. Usually they do it like if you get like bonus items, they do it at your 1 year anniversary. But I guess we'll just have to see what is inside here. So it does look like it maybe is, because I know it was Star Wars theme. So it looks like we got a couple things here, and one of them is a, not exactly sure what it is besides a Boba Fett helmet, but I don't know what it's mixed with. It kind of looks like maybe a Stormtrooper or something, form or something, but I don't know. It looks cool either way, no matter what it is. But we got that. Then it looks like we have possibly a pillowcase, which looks really cool. And it's got Admiral Akbar on it. And of course, says it's a nap. And so that's really cool. Of course, on his it's a trap thing. So that's really awesome. This is probably one of the coolest things we've ever gotten in a box right here alone. So that is awesome. And then the last thing is we have looks like a variant edition of the #1 of the new Star Wars comics, the Vader Down, which I already have this one, and I read all the Star Wars comics and stuff. But this one does have a certificate of authenticity and everything, so that's really cool. And so this was a limited of 15,000 copies, so it's obviously a lot, but still really cool to have a variant thing. So that wasn't that alone was an awesome bonus gift, I guess you'd call it. But that was really cool. So now we'll go into the actual contents of the box. So I know one thing with this Geek Fuel, you get a I think it's like a Steam download for everything. So this is the one we get this month, and so it's Bit Evolution, and so it looks just like of course looks like maybe a Mario type mashup, because it looks like a guy that you start out small and like get bigger and stuff, and then it's fighting like a giant plant and stuff. So that'd probably be a fun little game. I'm sure these games are probably real cheap already, so it's probably not the best, but we can always try it out and stuff. So we'll I guess start into this, and we'll start with the shirt, which looks cool already. And so it is a Pikachu, and it's the Big League Chew, but with Pikachu on it and stuff. So that's really cool. The Big League Chew, of course, bubblegum and stuff, that is a favorite of kids and everything. By having Pikachu on it, because I'm a big Pokemon fan, but of the original 150 Pokemon, so Pikachu of course is included in that. So this is an awesome shirt, and hopefully, since this is a new box and new shirts and everything, hopefully the sizing fits properly, because I really want to wear this shirt. So that's awesome there. Next we've got it looks like a Mario plant, and it's a Super 1-Up plant pot, so it looks like maybe something you plant, or it could just be a pot too, I guess. I'm not sure, but it is a Geek Fuel exclusive, but it is the tunnels, of course, from Mario, and so it's just a pot you can put plants in and stuff, and it is just a empty thing. So I thought maybe it was a thing you like put seeds in and grow and stuff, but it's just the pot itself. But that is still really cool. So we don't have much use for it here, but could probably put like pins and stuff in it. But that is really cool how much detail they put in it to make it look like the actual ones too. So that is awesome. Next up we have some sort of box, and it says Turtle Trainer, and it's another exclusive. And so it looks like something to do with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So there's the top of it, and then how I knew was the stuff there on the bottom. And so it looks like you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting a different one. So this is kind of cool. So it's a Pokeball, at least that's what it looks like. So it is a like a Pokeball done in a turtle version. And so I don't know what the whole thing is. It says, which turtle did you tame? And like on the bottom there and stuff. So I don't know if by the red, if we got Raphael, or how you know what turtle you got. But either way, it's still cool to have a Pokeball version of like turtle type thing. Like I said, I'm not sure how you tell which one you got, but it's still really cool. So I'm gonna toss that to bro. Then on the bottom of that, or that was stuck to the bottom of it, we have like probably a tattoo, of course the ones you put water on and they like put them on your hand and stuff, and there's a Meowth and Pikachu, so once again original Pokemon, so that's awesome for me. And it looks like maybe the last, or one of the last major things we have in here, it's a Super Mario like gold toy stamper and stuff, and of course it looks like it's got Luigi on it. So just the old things we had as kids that you take them, people always like stick them all over their body and or like stamp them all over their bodies and papers, so like homework and everything and stuff, cover that in these. So that's, you know, kind of, I'd say like a real cheap just throw-in item, but it's still pretty cool. Then our last item in this box is a Sherlock comic, and it's a Sherlock, a study in pink. It's a Geek Fuel exclusive, and it's a #1 variant edition. So there's the front of the comic, and then of course this also has a certificate of authenticity there. And so that is of course cool. Probably won't read this because not a fan of Sherlock or anything, but having the certificates and stuff make things so much better, because you know it's like a limited version and that you have paperwork proving that. And then finally we just have the card telling everything. And so just looking at the back here, it looked like you could get multiple stamps, possibly different covers that are just showing the original and then the one you get. And then so it looks like there were multiple shells you could have got matching the colors, and then also the tattoos you could have got multiple. The Charizard would have been really cool to get, and then of course the game and stuff. So that was pretty cool. I'd guess now, bro, what was your favorite item out of this box?
Do we count the bonus items?
I would say no, because those are just, I guess, select for us kind of thing. So I'd say out of that actual
case,
box,
I'm gonna go with either the shirt, because I do like the mashup work they did on it, or the Turtle Trainer stress ball thing, because I am a fan of turtles, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, both of those were really cool. I think for me it's gonna have to be the shirt. Although I did also like this thing, even though, like I said, not much use, but I still think it's really cool. The turtle ball thing, just because it's a different take, because usually you just get a stress ball and it's just plain with something on it. This one, it took two things and put them together, and then you had a variant of the 4 and stuff with that too. So I'd say overall that was a really awesome box, especially with the bonus stuff. This, in my opinion, I'd probably have to say is probably one of the best boxes we've ever gotten. Like I said, I think though, including the bonus stuff. So that wasn't bad. Then of course I forgot to add that we have their little magazine, which of course is probably the coolest like book thing we've gotten out of all the like boxes and stuff. Because you like the Loot Crate has a similar, but their obviously covers aren't nearly as cool as this. And I was just kind of looking through here, and of course got some of the old like Ninja Turtle toys and everything and stuff. But yeah, so I guess that's going to be it for our new Geek Fuel, replacing our 1-Up box for this month. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Check out our other unboxing videos and gaming videos, and we'll see you next time.